I hate making this video. I hate making this video. And you're having to sit there and shut up just so you can do this good deed. I am unsubscribing to Red Cross. I don't want to hear anything from the Red Cross anymore. I am done with it. So it's been about a half hour since I've left the Red Cross Center. I'm still stewing. It's just really bugging me, and I've had time to kind of formulate some thoughts. Now, some of what I'm going to say will probably be repetitive, and if it is, I apologize for it, and I'll do my best to remove some of the repetitive things I've said during editing, but some of it may be unavoidable. In any case, I think that the whole issue with donating blood through the Red Cross is really a mixed bag. On one hand, I want to do good. I want to do my part to serve others, right? I do believe in karma, so I do think that perhaps one day I will need blood. So if I want my share of blood in the future, I should go ahead and donate while I am able to, right? That's the general theory. However, I am just going to put it right out there to the Red Cross. They have lost touch of what people have to go through to give blood. And let me tell you something. Yes, I understand safety matters. I get it. I get that you have to check identification. I get that. I understand there are lots of different issues that employees have to go through. But I'm going to tell you, if you focus only on those issues, if you have little regard to the donors and you don't get in their heads of what they have to go through, this will fall apart. Prior to 2001, I was also a blood donor. You know what put me off of the blood donor? Because it was so restrictive, and I remember some of the questions that basically disqualified me. And what disqualified me was I went on cruise vacations. Back then, these questions, if you visited certain countries or whatever, you were disqualified. So basically, I just said, you know what? I'm not giving blood anymore. So I just gave up blood. And I didn't donate blood for almost 20 years. But during the COVID years, there was obviously a lot of distress with people. Everyone was going through a lot of things, being lockdowns. And for my part, I just figured since I had extra time, maybe I would look into giving blood. Again, it's in the spirit of trying to do a good deed. I was able to donate blood a few times since 2020. Because we are now out of COVID, everyone has gotten busy. Life has been restored. Everyone's going back to regular life, and their lives are busy, and they've got many priorities. And so for me, even when I want to donate blood, I already remember the things I have to go through. The timing has got to be good. It has to fit in the schedule. Then you have to take the time to answer all these questions. And they've implemented a new system called Rapid Pass, which does make it easier. And I did Rapid Pass today prior to attending. The thing about it is, you go in there, they want your ID, they want your social security number, and I wouldn't say they're overly rude, but they're not super nice about it, and they don't ever give you explanations. They just go through the motions, and you're having to sit there and shut up just so you can do this good deed. Like today, I tried to be nice and I tried to understand, right? I understand they're doing their jobs. I am bending over backwards trying to be understanding of the person who's doing this job. And to be fair, she did answer some questions. I was like, why are you guys asking for people's social security numbers, right? With identity theft being rampant, giving out your social security number is generally something you do in financial transactions. You don't throw out your social security number to just any organization just because they asked for it. And I kind of brought that up. There was little or no understanding of that. They just said, well, if you don't know your social security number, you can't be that person. I said, okay, fine. They want your driver's license and stuff like that. So what was told to me is that there are a lot of people who abuse the blood donation system. I absolutely believe there are people who abuse the blood donation system. But from my perspective, which I think is more representative of the average person who's trying to do some good in the world, do their small part to give blood. No one is trying to scam anybody. You understand that? No one's trying to scam anybody. We're just trying to give blood, and we don't want to be treated like a freaking criminal, and we don't want to go through an inquisition. I'm just sort of sick of it. I'm just sick of it. And this is my fault. I let myself remain subscribed to the Red Cross. So I get these periodic emails, oh, how they always need blood. They need blood. Oh, we're going to give you free tickets to the NFL, or we're going to give you Amazon gift certificates, or we're going to give you a gift certificate to some other stores. And most of it is really worthless as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that I care about in terms of their incentives is the Amazon gift certificate. Even with those incentives, I haven't been moved for one reason or another, right? You go, you have to look for a center that's reasonably close by. You find something that's close by, then it has to fit your schedule. And then if it fits your schedule, then you got to answer these questions. And it's just a big freaking headache to do a good deed. I don't want to overgeneralize, but it's been my experience that almost everybody I have dealt with, they're not extraordinarily friendly. They're polite, maybe respectful. None of them are going to win any awards. They're just focused on their job to get the blood. And I just don't think there's any appreciation of what it's like on the customer side. This is the thing. I want to make it clear. If you can donate blood and you're willing to do it, by all means do it. But for me, as of today, I am done. When I go back to my home office, I am unsubscribing Red Cross. I don't want to hear anything from the Red Cross anymore. I am done with it. Now, my situation is that if you look at my arm, which I will attempt to show you, okay, it's been a little bit marked up, but both of my arms, well, this one's bandaged up, but both of my arms, I have a good layer of fat over my arms. I'm overweight. My arms are such that you have to go digging for my vein. And I have encountered this issue a number of times, and I have warned every person. But it's always a mixed bag. Some people listen, some people don't. And this lady today, I warned her. She asked me which arm. I said, look, whatever is easiest for you guys. I'm trying to do my part and give blood, but I'm not going to be too finicky if I don't have to. I want to be cooperative. So I have to defer to their expertise. It really just galls on me. You dig into my arm and you fail, you don't get the blood, which I understand if you need to switch arms. Okay, well, let's go make a second attempt. But then you're going to turn me away because your freaking software or whatever procedures that you have to go through, you can't do it. Even though I am physically here. I'm physically here in the chair. You already have a needle in your hand. Go into my arm and go get the blood. But you're not going to do it because somehow systemically the Red Cross software will not allow you to change your mind. This is so not only can you not change your arm, in other words, she realized, oh, shoot, she couldn't get the blood from my right arm. She needed to stick my left arm. But I inferred that she had already selected the right arm and she couldn't change it anymore. And I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. So you can't change the arm. And not only that, she tells me, you can come back in 56 days. And I'm thinking to myself, that's it. I'm not coming back. I have already for months tried to make efforts to schedule and thought of how and when I could donate at a time that's also reasonably convenient for me. This is it. I'm not going to go through the struggle. I just don't want to spend any more time and effort on this. And part of it is just ongoing feeling like shit, having to go through the entire blood donation process. I'm just sort of sick of it. They beg, they want your blood, they want to give you incentives, which is all good. But you get there, you have to always bite your tongue. And I just don't think there's any appreciation of what it's like on the customer side. You have to always bite your tongue. So even today, she knew I was upset and frustrated. She wanted to give me a t-shirt. I said, I don't want your t-shirt. I don't want to worry anything about the Red Cross. And it was just funny. Just earlier, I had this conversation about how when you make it so hard or you make it unpleasant for people to donate, people say to themselves, why am I doing this? Why should I bother doing this at all? I don't think people get it. They really don't get it. If the Red Cross frontline people don't ever get it, then they're never going to get a lot of people. They will constantly have to beg. And honestly, only the most dedicated people will donate blood. Everybody else will need to be incentivized. This is how degraded the system has become. And I'm just fed up with it. I am done. I hate making this video. But you know what? I know that if I don't make this video, nothing would be done. It's going to be the same old. I am sick of it. But maybe with this video, maybe someone will pay attention and listen. You can still do your job and do all the things that are required. Maybe just slow it down and just kind of make a small effort about what people have to go through to give blood. Basically, the process is you're getting killed by 1,000 little paper cuts is the way I kind of see it. It's just ridiculous. Today was supposed to be a reasonably happy day. I am just beside myself. I have hit my breaking point regarding the Red Cross blood donation system. I feel like I have been incredibly patient. I don't want their emails. I don't want to see any of their incentives. I am done with it. I am putting it out of my mind, and other people can donate blood. I've had all I can stand. I don't want to feel guilty about not donating blood because I do feel like I have made efforts over the years. But I do want to make clear, if you've had positive experience, by all means continue. I do think that society needs a good blood supply. But if you're like me, if the Red Cross people don't treat you right or they don't give you the right touch, just don't feel guilty and just let it go.